compliments of the new year. It's a brand new year and the first episode of Business Beat with me, Odette. What better way to kickstart the year with the Kickstarter? That is coffee, of course. We're talking all things coffee, chai, hot chocolate, and deliciousness to start off your day. With me is Lebo, the founder of LebzCafé. Lebo, welcome to Business Beat and a Happy New Year to you.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you. Coffee.
Yeah.
That's your business.
Sure.
I think a cup of coffee is iconic in that we always share conversation and special moments over a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Your business is now 4 years old.
Sure.
You survived the COVID pandemic when you were just about starting out.
Yeah.
What are some of the lessons?
So I basically started my brand during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay.
And it was quite challenging because some of the raw materials that we're using, we had to source them outside South Africa, but due to lockdown, we couldn't. And I was struggling to find suppliers because of that also. But I've also learned that in the midst of every challenge that you face, you just have to keep your head up and try to focus on the greater picture. So that's what I did with my brand. I told myself that this is the perfect time for me to start, and I told myself, regardless of anything that I'm facing, I'm gonna start either way. So I then started during the pandemic, which was quite difficult, honestly, with lack of capital. You know, these are the challenges that some of the South African entrepreneurs face in their most startup phases. And this is what I was also facing. And during lockdown, obviously, it was difficult for me to knock on corporates, to knock on every door because of the pandemic and all the lockdowns. But I've managed, and I'm so excited that when I look back, even today, 4 years later, I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of the brand, how it has grown and where we are going.
Speaking of growing your brand, how did you grow your brand during those difficult times?
I remember during the pandemic, I used to sell coffee as early as 5 a.m. in the morning by the streets of Everton in the Vaal Triangle. I would wake up, as cold as it was during winter, I would go and sell coffee on the streets just to try and raise money so that I can further develop my brand, because I had already found a supplier in Cape Town, but it was difficult for me. Remember, I didn't have enough funds. So I asked them to send me samples. So I took those samples, then I started mixing coffee via my trolley, my push cart. I would go around the streets, taxi ranks and bus stops selling coffee to people in the morning. And we later then grew to rent a space inside Everton Mall, of which we were affected by looting. And so we had a kiosk, a beautiful kiosk inside there, and it was affected by the looting when the community was looting during those riots. We were able to bounce back again, you know, and social media also has played a very pivotal role in growing our brand. I used to sell directly via my social media pages, couriering throughout all the courier methods and distribution channels. But it's been really difficult. But honestly, I'll tell you something. If you focus on what you want to achieve, there's nothing that's going to stop you. So if you wake up each and every day and do what you have to do, eventually you will achieve what you wanted. So that's how I grew my brand, through social media. But now at least we are now selling business to business. We're now selling online through various online channels. We now have like our online store, and it was quite difficult, honestly, but you know.
Here you are.
Yeah.
I want to know about the business of coffee.
Sure.
So yes, you had a passion for it. Yes, there's a sentimental reason why you ended up going into business as a coffee connoisseur and somebody who is making really good coffee and chai and hot chocolate available. How did you learn about coffee and chai and hot chocolate? So how did you learn how to put these things together in a way that consumers would want it? Is it just from the sampling, you tasted it and you thought, this is great, I'm going to sell this? Or did you do some courses? How did you actually learn about the business?
So when I started, I consulted with my mentor, Alexandrio. I met him in Pakistan and I told him what I wanted to do. So we started coming up with different flavors and methods of roasting and everything. Then he sent me to a factory in Cape Town, whereby I gave them the sample that I wanted, the taste, the blend, the profile that I wanted for my coffee. coffee, which is Arabica coffee beans and Robusta coffee beans. We combined them together so that it can be well balanced, because two of them, they serve different roles when someone consumes. So with Arabica giving you that taste there, that kickstart, and the Robusta, it hypes you up with the energy that you need each and every morning to kickstart your day. So I wanted something that is well balanced, because I understand that I don't want to give people something that is bitter, because life is already bitter. So our slogan will always say, life is bitter, your coffee shouldn't be. So that's what I wanted. And I had to learn all these roasting processes and the taste and the blend so that it can be well balanced as I wanted it. So I attended like a short course with my roasters in Cape Town, and they taught me what's the difference between spray freezing, freeze drying, coffee beans, hot chocolate, and obviously we use different suppliers, but for coffee specifically, that's the processes that I've learned, understanding that we wanted our coffee to be in granules, we wanted our coffee to taste this way, this blend and that blend. So I learned them through my suppliers and also trying to do my own research, but also consulting a lot with the people that have been in the industry for some time.
What I'm really impressed about is that you had a mentor. You took the mentor's advice, and this seems to be the beginning of the skills development for you in the business, right? So it took your passion into a real skill that developed into a real business, and you're going now 4 years strong.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I think mentorship is very important also because you get to learn about things that someone has already passed. So you don't have to repeat the same mistakes that they did. So yeah, I think even to the advice that I would like to give to other young people out there who want to start businesses, just identify one person that is in the industry and ask them to mentor you. It will be difficult. Sometimes you won't be able to reach out to them, but it's worth trying.
It is worth trying. I think that it is a wonderful thing that a local coffee connoisseur of your age and from our backgrounds is taking this market and bringing something to Mzansi that is usually dominated by international players. We say here on Business Beat, may your business grow from success to significance. Keep on keeping on. I know your beginning was very difficult. You just overcame the pandemic, only to be affected by the riots, and now you're standing strong.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, there you have it, South Africa. If you are a coffee connoisseur, or if you just like a good cuppa every now and then, you definitely have to try LebzCafé. It is available online, and you can purchase instant, you can purchase beans, you can purchase ground coffee. If you're a chai lover, you can have some tea. And if those of you like to indulge a little extra, there's even a hot chocolate for you. Until next time.